So we're working balance this month. Well, we're working balance all the time. And balance is, the balance we're working on here is physical, but balance isn't just physical. Last week we talked about creating affirmations about balance. So instead of the first thought that comes into mind for many people, especially as we age, the idea is, I don't have any balance, or I've lost my balance. It's not there. And I'm inviting people to create new ideas through affirmation about balance. Last week, my balance improves with every step I take. This week, we add, I am blessed with steadfast balance. So just inviting us to settle in to the idea that balance is available to us. Some days it may feel more available than others. I want to remind you, if you can stand up, there's balance in the body. And sometimes that's all we can do. And we continue to affirm, regardless of how unwavering our balance is. We continue to confirm that we do have balance. We begin with breath. And we invite the breath to move gently in and out of our bodies. And we notice the first place that breath arrives in our body. Where does it go? Where's the first place it claims breath's attention? And then the second place. And the third place. To be at ease in the body is an act of mindfulness. And breath can be, and always is, an ally in everything we do. So to have ease in the body, if we follow our breath will take us to the places often in our body that would like attention. And if we can settle our attention inwardly to the place that breath takes us, sometimes it's simply enough to notice that the breath wants to go to the right side of my jaw today. So I'm going to intentionally breathe there and allow that part of my body to soften. So whatever it is for you today, know that the breath is indicating places in the body that have been calling for attention. And so we will give those places attention today. We're going to be doing work with different walking practices. We've done this before. It's been a while. So that's going to be fun, right? So we're going to start with an upper body flow because we're going to be working a lot in the hips and the feet and the legs. So let's start with the upper body flow just to warm up. Interlacing the hands in front of the heart. We flip the hands over, press away, create a cat arch in the back, really allowing the back side of the shoulders to open. Maybe there's a little wiggle to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And the next time we're at center, find a big in-breath to take the hands toward the sky, or as high up as the shoulders allow, really being mindful that the shoulders may not want to go completely vertical today. We press the hands to the sky, and then we tip to one side and back to center, tip to the other side and back to center. The hands float down, interlace behind the back, stretch and lift the heart, draw the shoulder blades together, lift through the low back. There might be a little arch there. Just settle in and allow the lifting to soften the tight bits in the spine. Come back to center, shake it out. And now let's take one ankle above the knee. And we're going to pause here. I like to hold on to the heel or the sole of my foot, or maybe hold on to the ankle, depending on what works for you. And again, if getting the knee up here doesn't work, then just cross at the ankle. We're going to take the hand on the same side as the leg and gently press into the thigh and hinge forward ever so slightly. Hinging forward until we start feeling a tightness grip in the pelvis. Come back a little bit. And then hinge forward again. So it's a slow rock now that we're doing. Nice flat back, rocking forward and back. Not going to extremes. We're just waking up the hip. We're helping to strengthen the hips here. So this practice today will help to strengthen the hips, release low back tension, and help our mind be a little bit more alert. A couple more rocks here. And then we're going to hold on underneath that leg, and we're just going to sweep the leg open and closed and open and closed. Pause in the center, take the opposite hand to the outside of the leg and just draw it ever so gently a little bit across the body. Come back to center. That foot returns to the mat. Pause for a moment. Notice sensation. And now we switch sides. So that other ankle is going to come up above the knee. Hold on to the heel. Hold on at the ankle, the sole of the foot. Press gently into the thigh. And then begin that slow hinge forward and then release. We're just rocking a little bit forward and back. Whoo, this is tight today on me. Woohoo, yay. Get a little softening going here. And one more. Make it two more. There we go. We're going to hold underneath that leg and we're going to sweep it open. And then we pause. Take one foot and step it in front of the other. So our feet are a little off balance. We're going to rock forward and come to standing. Part of our balance practice, what we've instituted for most of the summer, is our sit-stand. So we're going to be doing sit-stand today. We're not timing this anymore. We're just doing this in a slow enough motion that we're not using momentum to come up. We're just sitting back into the chair. You'll notice that when we do this with the hips tucked back, you can really see your toes. So we're just going to do a few more rounds of this. This is a strengthener. And so you can sit all the way down if you want, or just skim the chair. These are like old-fashioned squats. This is a version of chair. It warms the body up. And then we'll pause. I'm going to scoot the chair a little bit out of the way. So for those of you who were in a Monday class, you got to do the joy of 4 corners. We're going to do 4 corners today. We start in the middle of the mat. We notice the front corners and the back corners. And we're going to play a little movement with our corners. So we're going to take a step forward to one corner and then step back. Forward to the other corner, step back. Backwards. Backwards. Forward. And now switch it up a little bit. Just seeing if we can find those corners. Maybe we have to look. Maybe we have a sense of where they are, and then we're going to pause. Now we're going to cross. So we'll take the left leg to the right corner and the left leg behind to the back right corner. So now we're crossing the mat, front and back, back and front. So just switch this up a little bit. And then we pause. So I'm guessing that we're feeling a little bit of energy moving through the body now. So we've done some good movement. Now we're going to do our simple balance practices. These are 6 balance practices. We've done them before. If you're new to this, they're pretty simple. We're going to be moving. That's important. We're going to start by swinging a leg forward to step, and then we switch sides. So we're opening the hip to swing the leg, and you can do this as quickly or as slowly as you'd like. We're going to do a few repetitions going in one direction. Then we're going to pause and we're going to take it backwards. So now we sweep the leg behind us. One thing I discovered along the way is if balance is challenged, I'm going to turn around and do it backwards. You can always keep the toes skimming the floor like you're a ballet dancer. That works too. We'll do one more iteration going backwards. And then we're going to stop here, breathe, and notice. Feel the feet. Take a little rock to one side and then to the other. So we're rocking the feet. We're coming to the outer edge of one foot, the inner edge of the opposite foot. Ankles are being involved here. Now shift the weight to one foot, circle the opposite ankle, one direction and then the other. Switch sides, circle one direction and then the other. Now let's go to the tightrope. So the feet line up. The heel touches the toe in front of it. The toes in front are touched. We're doing a tightrope. Arms extended, may feel, bring more balance. Then we're going to step backwards. Take your time doing this. We're going to do it one more time forward. Breathing. And back. Pause here. Shake it out. Now we're going to shift our weight right and left. And so we're going to take a step to one side. Just shift the weight. And then bring that to a pause. Shake it out. And now we're doing a front back shift. So we're going to step forward with one foot, come up onto the toe of the back foot. Step back with that front foot, come onto the heel of the front foot now. So we're walking basically. So when the foot comes back, heel in the front. When the foot comes forward, ball mound in the back. Couple more times on this side. Ooh. And then we're going to switch. We're going to pause for about 6 seconds. Because that's how long it takes the nervous system to talk right to left. Now we're going to switch feet. So we're coming forward onto the other foot, ball mound to the back foot. Rocking backwards, we're stepping back, coming onto the heel of the front foot. Forward, ball mound to the back foot, step back, heel of the front foot. So now we have a rhythm going back and forth. And we come to a pause. We're going to lift one knee and the opposite arm. So the knee can come all the way up or just tiptoe depending on how the knee feels. Also, the shoulder can come straight out if going above the head doesn't feel good. We're going to march this right and left. So we practice in place. And then we're going to take it for a walk. And then we're going to pause. Shake it out. We're going to do releves now. So that's coming up onto the toes. All you ballet dancers know that. Going to invite you to have a chair nearby. Just initially, We're going to lift our heels and see how high we can lift our heels without the foot rolling to one side. So we want to be able to lift the heels and feel the full connection in the ball mound and the toes. The legs may wobble. And we're just going to go up and down now. That may be enough for you today. If you'd like to add more each time we go up, let's take the arms up and come back down. And maybe when the arms are coming up, we might notice that the foot rearranges itself and isn't so stable. So we're going to do it slowly enough to make sure we keep really good contact with the ball mound and all of the toes as we rise up. And we'll do it one more time. Coming back to center. Shake it out. We're going to take one foot right in front of the other. So we're coming to that tightrope stance. Slide the hands down the legs any amount, maybe to the knees, maybe to the shins. Notice the wobble. Find a focal point on the floor. Then hinge up. Step apart, shake it. And now we're going to tightrope the other side. Slide the hands down the legs, pausing perhaps at the thighs or the shins. Find a point on the floor that doesn't move. Allow your eyes to settle there. Sweep the arms wide. Come back to standing. And shake it out. Sweep the arms to the sky. On the out breath, we fold just to the knees. Breathing in, we rise, we feel the stability in our feet. And on the out breath, we fold. Maybe sliding down a little further. The in breath, we rise. Nice, strong legs. And the out breath, my balance improves with every step I take. One more time, rising, knowing that I am blessed with steadfast balance. Hands come to heart center. And I invite you to return to your chairs. Shavasana. Sitting a little bit forward on the chairs so there's a nice spine length. And we settle in and notice our breath again. I am blessed with steadfast balance. My balance improves with every step I take. Today's thought is from Thich Nhat Hanh. The most precious gift we can offer others is our presence. When mindfulness embraces those we love, they will bloom like flowers. Gently allow the breath to deepen. Bringing energy into the fingers and the toes. Won't you join me as we open our arms wide to gather all the blessings that already exist, and we draw them in appreciation and gratitude into our hearts. And together we all say, Namaste.